Let's go. NVDA. NVIDIA. One second. Let me camera coming on. 1 second. Okay, sounds good. Did I not post? Oh, I don't think I did actually. Don't think I did. Let's go. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Some of these names are quite annoying. Just the way they look. Price action wise. Good morning, everybody. Virus. Good morning. Good morning, Tesh. Good morning, Thomas. HY. Good morning. CM. Good morning. Onions. Good morning. Shima. Good morning. Good morning, Raven. Jay. Good morning. Brian. Good morning. Marka. Good morning. Alan. Good morning, Sandra. I had a one-on-one with Sandra. Sandra seems like a fun person to hang out with. Sandra seems like fun to hang out with. YW, good morning. Jericho, stay green, not greedy, please. Patricia, good morning. Rita, good morning. James, good morning. Donovan, good morning. Ahmed, good morning. Asteri, good morning. Bob, good morning. Grandma, good morning. Lizzie, good morning. Good morning, Queen. T, good morning. Jason, good morning. A, good morning. Renegade, good morning. TVL, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Godspeed, good morning. I lost access to Discord in 3 weeks. Yeah, see, I think people keep yeah, I think people keep clicking on the link like way earlier than they're supposed to, and then Discord kicks them out because the things they signed they were a member like a week before. I think that's what's happened. Godspeed. Um, I'll take a look. Jason, good morning. Scary, good morning. Hello, hello. Jasmine, good morning. Richard, good morning. Akiko, good morning. D, good morning. Chester, good morning. Jack, good morning. To the west. Oh, oh yeah. Virus, yeah, yeah. Anyways, so NVIDIA earnings. Did you probably a membership, Kel, because you don't have one other than the free membership. So send me a DM in Discord or something. Chance, good morning, hello. I mean, we said this yesterday, right? Like, it doesn't really matter how high the bar is for NVIDIA. NVIDIA will beat earnings, right? The question just, it's not a question, right? So it doesn't matter how high the bar is, Nvidia will slap earnings, right? The question ever, only ever is like, okay, like what does it do after that though? Like, does it pump or does it dip, right? And the three times before this we dipped, and this time we popped, right? So it's a good thing. Nvidia is almost up 6%, which is amazing, right? So if you're holding some Nvidia YOLO calls, anything calls basically, AMD, right? Sympathy plays, you're celebrating a little bit this morning, which is good. Which is good. And then we have Spy. What the hell happened to Spy, guys? What the hell happened there? Wait, is that brand new news for Weibo on redemption of incentive warrants? Hmm. Bull is playing a lot with those warrants. Hmm. WTO, WETO. Bit of a some weird price action there. AK, good morning. Durej, good morning. Yeah, good morning, Dan. Kimbella, good morning. Hello, hello. Is it gonna touch 600 today? Probably not. Probably not. Um, the price action was a bit impressive, though, wasn't it? Right. So let me pull up Spy here. Um, so it looks like it's coming, but not officially confirmed, right? But it looks like it's finally coming. So it's a bit interesting, isn't it? So when pump gaming, when pump. So this is the S&P. Let me pull up the 5 minute here because I really just want to leave it on the 5 minute. But so a whole bunch of headlines came out last night that right between again so the tariffs and the courts, right? Virus and I were having this conversation, and it made a lot of sense that it took this long for them to deny the tariffs, right? So what the courts are saying is that Trump doesn't have the power to just like dish out global tariffs, like you get a tariff, you get a tariff. They're telling him he can't be like Oprah, basically, right? So that was the that was the idea, right? So then the markets are like, oh, no tariffs, let us cook. Like we cooked, like the markets cooked, right? We went from what, like 589 to cook. uh yeah. So right, so look at that, cook, like the markets cooked. Like we were almost at 598, Actually, we were at 598 this morning, right? 598. Think about that, right? From 480 to 598. Isn't that crazy? Crazy, crazy, isn't it? Right? So now Trump is doing the whole appeal thing, right? So now like we've gone from 598, right, all the way back down to 592. We actually broke below 592, right? And now we're trying to come back up a little bit. Like it's just a mess, right? I get that it took this long for it to go through, but exactly, Archer. But like my question is, okay, like as a country, like doesn't it seem like I'm gonna fight someone? I know that, right? Doesn't it seem like at this point though, since the tariffs have been in there for so long, and they kind of seem like they're working because countries are coming and making deals, right? And the deals aren't necessarily based on tariffs, they're based on like, okay, you give us this to help our country so we can do this. You know what I mean? Like, there've been a lot of talks of like, okay, you know what, like in some cases we're gonna go back down to zero if this country gives us this, right? Like at this point it just seems like unnecessary chaos. Like if this was right away, okay, fine, it makes sense, right? Cancel the damn tariffs, nobody cares. Well, some people do, right? But like when you're so deep into this and it kind of seems like it's working and everybody's relaxed and the chaos is slowly going away, right? And people, these countries, I mean, if China can come to you and say, hey, you know what, we'll do it, I bet you all the other countries are going to come, so like then like what's the whole point of the chaos? Just seems a bit, but that just goes to show you like how shit, like rubbish politics is. You know what I mean? Like politics is just such a messy thing, isn't it? So now we'll see how the market performs today. Like it just seems like probably Omega, like probably, right? Half of it probably is it took this long to get approved, right? So they could announce it, and the other half is somebody was buying dipskis, so they could say, "Ooh la la, pump it." Yeah. Anyways, we'll see how the whole thing plays out. We'll see how the whole thing plays out. At this point, it's whatever, right? We're happy with the dips we bought. Whatever happens, happens. You know, that's Then again, yeah, that's the point, right? Like, why? Just work together. The Fed work together, the courts work together. Like that. That's the president. You know, work together, idiots. Anyways, DDC announced a reserve thing today. So OLB was one that we mentioned yesterday on stream, right? As more of a swing, slow play. Again, Nvidia beat earnings, stock popped above 140 now, right? And we said this yesterday, like the issues with options. If you're holding shares, you're gonna be fine. Even if it dips, it's gonna come back, right? So we shall see how Nvidia performs today and go from there. Question for you guys in the chat though: what's your favorite stock going into the open? So ALZN has been the best performer so far this morning, in terms of like just price action, right? This one's been the best one, ALZN, right? HCTI looks good as well. My only concern though is that it's a micro penny stock. Like that thing has a zero in front of after the decimal point, right? What the heck? What the heck is that? Right? There are a whole bunch of other random names that we will get into once the market opens, and then go from there. BOSC looks like it's kind of consolidating off the demand zone, so it could bounce, right? So SLXN, right? That's another one that looks interesting, right? So again, this is one of those names where like if you are a goat member you don't get into, right? Because we've had conversations, but again, if you haven't watched the video that says how to play pre-market stocks or how to play stocks with breaking news, this is one of those names that, yeah, it looks good when it's pumping, but maybe you don't touch it. Yeah. Airdrop gaming. Now Blaze will take a quick break. Let's go. So the market's open we're open. So let's see what we get here from some of these names on Dipskis. Yeah, a lot of you guys are looking at ALZN, right? ALZN, NVIDIA, ALZN, ZEO, BOSC, VCIG. Yeah, a lot of the same names, right? So Raven is looking at HCTI. Yeah, same names. Any IPOs for today? Yes. right? So I've looked at so many websites, and again, usually when it's confirmed, like 100% coming, it like it's actually priced and you can see it, right? FFFF triple FZ says it's coming today, but not fully confirmed yet. But it says it's coming today, right? The name of the company itself is pretty cool, right? So that's the name of the company, by the way, right? So um, somebody tell me if you see an SEC filing that gets confirmed. Uh, yeah, E-Trade has it up, right, Shima? Yeah, a lot of platforms have it up. TradingView has it up. Um, Most of the IPO websites that I look at have it. They have it up, right, as coming today. Um, but there's just a piece missing from this, right? That's usually in there when it comes live. So we'll see, right? Who the hell names a stock the company that? Who does that? Only the goats. But anyways, we'll see. I wish the ticker symbol was different, but triple FZ. Exactly, Shima. That's the initial IPO price. So the range is $4 to $6. If they're pricing it at $4, probably not a good thing because this IPO has been around for like a month now, and it's been coming and not coming and coming and not coming and coming and not coming. So probably lack of interest. So if they're pricing it at the low end of the IPO, lack of interest. But we'll see what happens. You never know. You know. Yeah, never know. So ALZN is kind of finding a base at 750, 760. So let's see if we stay above that. Alrighty. Again, NVIDIA, bit of a dipski post, market opening. Um, a lot of you guys are probably taking profits from NVIDIA if you're holding options. Yeah, I'll take a look at that one as well. BOSC, nothing really happening there. Watch the 200 EMA. SLXN, same, right? Watch the 200 EMA for a curl. HCTI has a double top at 0.0125 ish. So look for a breakout. If it can break out, cool. Alrighty. And then let me take a look at WETO. There wasn't really a catalyst for this one. It just boom skied, right? But you can clearly tell though that it's stalling at the top there, resistance, right? So $4 and call it $4.20, $4.40, whatever it is. The 30th, that's what I mean, right? The quite a few like conflicting dates, Bailey. Yeah, yeah, you're seeing that on Weibo, and a whole bunch of platforms are calling for it today. So I hate that it doesn't show me that it's officially like it's missing one of those SEC filings. That's why I'm not completely confident that it's coming today. But if it does, we will keep an eye on it. Alrighty. Again, let me know if you see anything else. Uh, for a minute, Bull started at $4. No, Bull started at 15, 14, 15, $16, and then dipped to like $8, and then rocket. Bull never saw $4. Dang, look at Nvidia here. Nvidia just had a boom ski candle. Look at Nvidia. Woof. Right? Can you imagine Nvidia was at $90, guys, $86, and now it's at 143, right? Again, when a good company is dipping, it's a gift, right? You dollar cost average. So that looks nice. If you're holding Nvidia as a long-term play, you're just smiling right now. Smiling. Like, thank you very much, guys. Thank you for giving me the dipskis. Thanks, Trumps. I bet you a whole bunch of those criminals. Anyways, I'm not gonna say anything else. Whoosah. Whoosah. And then the S&P guys, again, this to me is just very scammy. Oh, this is just a mess. But we'll see how the rest of the day goes here. You did, Rich? Very nice. Yeah, stuff like that. Sometimes it's best to look for the sympathy play instead of the main Nvidia play, right? So the option burn isn't as bad if it doesn't work out, right? ALZN is still consolidating in this demand zone, so that's 750, 760. Let's see if we stay above it. Joby Kimbella, 892. I'd like to know my thoughts. I'll take a look in a second. Alrighty. It's always difficult to look at random names that are not on the watch list, especially at the open. So I usually don't do that right away at the open. ZEO is still holding that demand zone off the bottom. So $2.70. ZEO. And this was one of the ones that we liked, and it looked okay. It needs to break out. Oh, they did, Mark. Damn, $4.40. Very, very interesting. Yeah, so ZEO needs to break out here above $3, and then maybe push to that VWAPs. Push to the VWAPs. NVIDIA has overtaken the crown as the largest company in the world, passing Microsoft. Damn. NVIDIA is officially the largest company in the world. Wow, 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 wow. I mean, Microsoft really isn't. Anyways, looks like ALZN is halted down, guys. Right, so pretty nasty candle on the way down and halted down. Alrighty, so again, if you're not sure what to do at the open, sit on your hands. Just sit back, relax. Alrighty, sit back and relax. Try not to do anything too crazy, please. The algo, no, that's Rob. Rob is in Discord. Nacho. Alrighty. Bye. NVTS, yeah. If NVIDIA is cooking, NVTS is the obvious sympathy plays in it, right? NVTS was the company that had the news with the partnership with NVIDIA not too long ago. So it's nothing crazy. It's 12%, but at least it's moving in the right direction. ZEO is looking good here, so it's finally breaking above $3. ZEO. Let's see if we can close that candle above though. See if we can close the candle above. So that VWAP would be your next obvious resistance there. If they can keep pushing. And as soon as we say that, it dips. What's the link to Discord? If you want to join us in Discord, you have to be a member first, right? So you have to become a member on YouTube. So click the link at the bottom there from Nightbot, Nacho, and become a legend member. Once you do, then you get the link to join us in Discord. Then you can buy the algo in Discord. Yeah, today has a weird vibe, but again, it's still really early though. It is very early. But INN. Definitely a bit of a EVGO with a nice little pop there, but nothing too crazy. GEVO with the same thing. Yeah. Let's see if we can get a higher low on ZEO here. Give us a higher low. Or Demar, you could just invest in yourself, right? And become a member and let the membership pay for itself. You know, you could also just try that. Yeah, ZEO is definitely looking like the better performing name so far this morning, right? It's not really doing anything crazy, but just the way that it looks, better than some of the other names. And then obviously ALZN is halted down, so that doesn't help. Right? So once ALZN on halts, let's see if we can consolidate and then curl. If it does, then that's a really good thing. For now, ZEO is going back and forth here. On the ask, still halted. Spikes, okay. Yeah, the let's see if it actually opens down low though. Cheddar, good morning. Hello. Come on, ZEO, give us something here. $3.05. Nothing really stands out yet as the main play does it. Nothing stands out yet. I'm gonna laugh if SPY goes from green to red. Not that it's funny, because it's not funny, because I think that's stupid. But at the same time, I think it's ridiculous. DDC is still slowly creeping up there, right? Not a whole lot of volume, super slow, but still creeping up. Still creeping up. BOSC sitting at the 200 now line. Let's see if it stays above. Same thing with SLXN, right? They're both sitting at the 200 here. The question is, which of these names will get the volume to actually pop, right? They're both sitting at support here. So if one of them pops, I would not be surprised. The question is which, right? ALZN is on halted. Are you looking at those spikes? Are you looking at the bid ask on Webull? Because Webull is often wrong. And in this case, it looks like we opened above 690 here. ZEO's tapping highs of the day here, pre-market highs, right? Not quite highs of the day, but again, like I said, this thing is super slow and annoying. But at least for now, it looks like the best looking name, right? Yeah, spikes. Yeah, those guys are usually wrong with the bid and the ask. Usually wrong. There we go. 212. $2.12. $2.13. And there goes your VWAP, right? So obviously, again, the VWAP is forever resistance. That thing just popped to 320 and then slapped. Do you only trade pennies? Not sure. No, absolutely not. So let's see if we can eventually go back up and break above the that 320 resistance, the VWAP. If it does, then there's a lot more room to the upside. Alrighty. Speaking of something that isn't a penny stock, Nvidia again, still playing with the supply zone at the top of the range, but it's basically giving you higher lows. Nvidia, right? So if that thing can break above that 143, 143.40, the high, 143.50 ish. If it can break above the high, and then okay, cool. Then you're looking for that pre-market high, right? And then at that point, just send it to 150. Why not? Right? It's already the biggest company in the world. Why not just take it higher? Why not just take it higher? Right? It's a bit of a double top there for Nvidia if it can break out. ALZN again, that thing needs to give us a bit more consolidation, or maybe even a double bottom retest or a higher low, right? So it looks good now that it's bouncing off, like the fight, the 690 and the $7. But I think at some point it's going to need to come back for a retest, right? That's not a bad bounce, is it? Right? What I hope for ALZN though is that it doesn't become like a constant halt stock. It doesn't look like it though, but there goes. That's a nice bounce from 690 to 790. Not bad. What is range? Range just means we're going up and down in the same range, right? So we're going up and down in between like a specific price, right? Like if a stock is going from $1 to $2 to $1 to $2, it's going to be considered as a range, right? Because we're not breaking out or breaking down. We're not downtrending. We're not uptrending. We're going up, down, up, down. So when you see NVTS got rejected hard, my goodness. And ZEO, yeah. Not sure, just answer your question. Also, again, if you don't have the algo, then once you watch the video, if you ever do get the algo, then you will understand. All of this stuff has been explained already. Nice, Alan. Good job. Well done. Okay, back to ALZN here. ALZN, almost like ZEO was holding the place for ALZN. Seven, so that's 7 7 7 8 on the pop. Nice lefty. That's a very nice scalp. Well done. Well done, skis. Oh my days! Look at SPY, guys. Look at this. Yogi, 695 to 790. Oof, that's a sweet scalp. That's a very, very nice scalp, Yogi. I like it. I like it a lot. Well done. Well done, well done, well done. I like it a lot. Yeah, 730 to 790. Yeah, a lot of you guys scalped that really, really nicely. Yeah, Spy is yeah, on only 100 shares. I mean, after the day you had yesterday though, Yogi, it's fair to take it slow, you know? Even if your daily target is a lot larger, it's that's still a weak maker. Spy. Can you believe we were at 98, 99 almost? Exactly, Yogi. And then now we're like we might break below 590. What a joke. Unbelievable. Yeah. So hopefully if you had some calls, guys, you sold those damn things right away at the open. Because that was your only chance. That was it. Right? Nice little gap up, sell the damn things and move on. Right? So yeah. Alrighty. And now obviously Nvidia is dipping from that double top as well. So not a major, not really surprised there. So double tops, supply zone, dip skis. That's yeah. Yeah. HBIO. Why is that thing exploding there? Let's get rid of Spy, guys. There's no point in watching Spy today. Let me pull up other names here. Do, 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 do. Yeah. I don't see a catalyst for this run now. Just a random momentum pop here, it seems like. HBIO. Not bad. 50 cents, yeah, 53-cent high. See if we get a bit of a dip there somewhere, though. It dipped. Yeah, that VWAP is, again, always resistance, right? So we've mentioned this quite a bit in the past, right? Whenever a stock is approaching the VWAP and or the 200 EMA, those two lines will always act as resistance, right? So that's why the circle is at the top there. Those two lines will always act as resistance, always. So you want to be careful. Yeah. More moving averages act like magnet to price. Yeah, almost like a like mean reversion, right? So resistance, support, depending exactly, right? So again, Yogi answered your question already when it comes to the VWAP, Drupi. Alrighty. The reason why I don't want to go into all of this on stream is because we've done a class already that covers the EMAs, like what are EMAs, all of this stuff has been talked about already. So come on, ALZN, give us something here. We need something to cook because everything else is slacking. It's like a whole new world. Yeah, again, if you're not a member yet, you're really, really missing out on some of the educational stuff that you're asking for, right? So click the damn link at the bottom of the chat from Nightbot. Come join us in Discord. Alrighty? Come join us. Yeah. Yeah. And also don't forget to smash the like, guys, if you haven't already, and then hit that subscribe if you're new to the channel. Alrighty? It's doing you dirty. And it's coming the demand zone here. I just got an alert for something. PSAG. What the hell is that? And why would I have an alert on it? PSAG. Anyways, I don't really feel like looking because that name doesn't sound familiar. Yeah, yeah. No, HBIO has done well here with the pops. That thing moved really quickly. We're going red today. Isn't that crazy, Dan? Isn't that crazy? Good morning, Ruth. Hello, 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 hello. How are you? I still think ALZN is looking like the best name in the market for now. They canceled it? Yeah. So they just did that now? Okay. Yeah, see that was my question, right? Like it wasn't officially, right? Like completed with the SEC, even though it said it was coming today. Yeah. Thank you, Rich. That dip was a gift? Yeah, it absolutely was. And AOV with a bit of a pop here too. And AOV. We are short. When did he post that year? Okay, not that long ago. Yeah. No. I think what ALZN needs here is just a breakout. If that thing can clear $8, then we might be onto the boom skis. Um, one of our favorite hated Twitter accounts just said that they're short ALZN. So if that thing breaks out, squeeze the shorts. Squeeze the shorts. Let me take a look at NAOV here. You can still kind of tell though, like nothing looks amazing, huh? Right? As much as NAOV is doing this, it doesn't. The candles still look a bit sus to me. But nice little pop from the bottom though. So sell off at the open, a bit of consolidation, right? And then pop. Pop, pop, pop. Yep. 137. That thing has a bit more room to before it gets to the view app. So maybe that's where it wants to go to, right? So closer to this is maybe what it's looking for. Yeah, yeah, I saw that one too. The talk. Looks very similar to NAOV. Dipskis and then poppies. Pompies. But again, it's 15%, right? Like nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy. DDC has been slowly creeping up there with that news. It's like one little green candle after the other. right? ALZN again. That thing just needs to break out and it's gone skis. Gone skis. But it's going back and forth here still. No breakouts yet. Yeah, the spread on that thing isn't amazing. Looks like ZEO still holding that demand zone. 265 ish, 265. HBIO again doesn't look too horrible, does it? No catalyst for this one, yeah, but it's performed okay. DDC new highs of the day here. This is the one that announced this morning that they were doing the whole BTC thing. BTC Treasury. Mm. Okay. It got slapped. Yeah, that HCTI just wasn't something that I was interested in. It's a micro penny stock, so I'm not really interested in those ones. Not really interested in those ones. Okay, sounds good. Hmm. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Hmm. Interesting. Okay. Yeah. That did the yeah, I think you the the difference almost is, you have to like pay attention to that stuff. Just because you're scalping NQ. I don't want to look today because spy is just gonna be stress, unnecessary stress. And you're in at 125. Is it worth holding or get out break even? I mean, so you want it to stay above. So if that was me, I'd be okay with it for now, as long as we stay above 125. Alrighty. So you have a little congestion there between the 200, the 20, the kernel, and the 50. If it can stay above 125, I think you're okay. So maybe put a stop loss below there somewhere. Because if it doesn't hold, then you're looking for 120. It's not a big range. I think either way you're gonna be okay here with a very small loss if it doesn't work out, or a pop, right? So. Plug. That's what it says. It says tomorrow, GP. Thank you. Again, I think they're gonna find a way to move it again, unless it officially gets priced, right? So these IPOs are stupid when they're not officially priced. That IPO seems to have a lot of issues. I don't know what the issues are, but they seem to have all of the issues. They seem to have a lot of issues. So we'll see if it comes out today, tomorrow, blah blah blah, whenever. Talk is still slowly creeping up there. For ALZN again, you can kind of see the range, right? Hence why the algo says range for whoever was asking earlier, right? So the bottom of the range is closer to 690, right? For ALZN again, we're still paying attention to this one because to me it doesn't look like it's done yet, right? So as long as we continue to stay above 690 at the bottom there, right? Or we break above $8 and cook, right? So one of the two. Preferably, hold 690 and then break above $8, obviously, and then cook, right? So, but we shall see, right? It's going up and down for now. Up and down, up and down. It's interesting. Up and down, and then HBIO is having a hard time with that 55-cent resistance. SBED, let me take a look. Yeah, ZEO still just playing off the bottom there. NVTS is bouncing off a demand zone, so let's see if it actually bounces. NAOV, whoever was asking, right? Your position is okay. We're back to $1.30. Nothing too crazy, but like I said, right? Either way, you're gonna be okay with this one. It's not one of the crackhead stocks that moves like a maniac, right? So easy for you to manage. Obviously, we played with SBED the other day, right? So now it looks like we've gone from $29 today back to $42. Nice pop, actually. I wasn't really doing anything in pre-market, was it? Nothing much, right? And then the market opened and it's been creeping up, which is actually quite nice. Gave you some nice little entries on the way up as well, though, right? Nice entries on the way up. So Rich, well done. I think DP might be in this one too. Might be in this one as well. No. Bull. Let me pull up Bull here quickly. What makes you think that it's about to run now, Luna? What makes you think Bull is about to run? We said this yesterday though, right? So Bull is a nicer buy between the 12 and 11, right? So yeah, Bull will eventually have its day, eventually have its run, right? I think what's killing it now is those stupid warrants they're doing. They're playing around too much. So for now, again, the entry is nicer, closer to 12 and 11. So it looks like this morning we were closer to 12, right? Obviously, we had that sell-off coming into the open because they had news. Just expiration from Bull. Yeah, so your next resistance here will be a break of 13.10. So if it can break above that level, maybe the volume will kick in. Alrighty? Maybe the volume will kick in. ZEO is still holding that demand zone. So, and then NAOV $1.32. So looking better. And then ALZN is coming back to retest the bottom of the range again. I don't like how it's starting to break below the VWAP there, but might actually close below. So let's see. Let's see. 250 this morning, out at $3, Pyro. Let's go. Well done. 28 yesterday. It did great. holding the 27 yesterday. DP, very well done. I like it. I like it. 250s. Damn, Nvidia went from 143.50 almost all the way down to 140. This is why we almost need to just get rid of these large cap stocks today, because the volatility is going to be chaos. It's going to make no sense today, right? HBIO, on the other hand, though, is breaking above that resistance, so that's good. HBIO. do. Yeah, 57 pennies. There goes ALMZ. So let's see if we can consolidate in this range here, though. Let's see if we can consolidate. If not, maybe we go back and retest the 200 actually, which would be okay too. Which would be okay as well. It would have been nice if we had like a fat red candle right away to that level, huh? That candle hasn't closed and it's still pushing back above 590. 690. The only issue is the 200 EMA is so far down there, you know. Oh, yeah, Luna. I never looked at that really, but it's a good thing. It's a good thing, right? It's at 58 cents, so it's a good thing. Yeah, 59 cents. Jaden, yeah, it's a bit of a sus morning, right? Those scalpies, the opportunities, but still sus. There goes 60 cents for HBIO. 60 pennies. And again, ALZN is holding the bottom of the range, right? So if it can keep closing and consolidating above that range, maybe we don't go back and retest the 200. Maybe we don't. Troy, yeah, yup. That is some garbage price action. That is some garbage price action, if you ask me. Garbage price action. Garbage price action. We're gonna go from deep green to red, huh? Okay, here we go. Here we go. Keep coming. Keep coming. ALZN. Keep coming. Keep coming. Keep coming. I think it's gonna be like, nope. NVIDIA is below 140 now as well. Like, that is garbage. That is garbage. Yep. Let's see. Minimum. Hmm. Okay. 50. Perfect. Choo, 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 choo. Do, 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 do. There we go. AK, same Z, same Z, same Z's, same Z's. Yeah, no, that we weren't really holding that 90 level, so we had to wait for the 200, right? So let's see if we stay above the 200 here for ALZN now. Come on, I need a pump. I need a pump. ALZN. I need a pump. We need a pump. Oh yeah. Okay. I see. 30. One second. Do, 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 do. Let's see. Why is it so slow, AK? It's like it's moving like a snail. Uh, yeah, and then now it's dipping again. Five. Okay. I'm just multitasking here. Multitasking. Okay, there we go. Yeah. That thing said screw you guys. Screw you guys. Uh, there we go. That was close. Yep. As long as that candle closes above the 200 EMA AK, yeah. As long as we stay above that 200 EMA, that's all I need there. That's all I need. That's all I need. Uh, there we go. 62, 63. Yep. 64. Playing a lot of games in this stupid range, isn't it? A lot of games here. But again, this is kind of what we wanted to see, even though it's playing a lot of games here, right? We wanted to see that 200 EMA. Um, so I kind of don't mind if we keep closing the candle. Like if we close the candles above the 200, then I don't mind. If we close below, then we have a problem. Alrighty. So a bit of a pop there and then a fail. But I kind of like how we're consolidating above that 200 still. So we shall give it a second and see what it does. See what it does. Hmm. Interesting. Okay. 76. 76. So maybe this is the run now. Let's see. We need to cross back above the chrono there. Ayo, Mark. But you have nothing going on. No, we're paying attention to ALZN here off the 200 EMA mark. ZEO doesn't look too bad either, right? We bounced nicely off the demand zone there, so that looks okay. But nothing really stands out as like this is it, for the day. Nothing. Nvidia got slapped. thanks to the markets. Yeah, it's tanking because everything is tanking, you know? Everything is tanking. Yep. That's why like I really don't like rallies like the one we had last night and early this morning. It's based on nothing that's substantial, like nothing good, right? Like nothing good at all. So the market makers definitely are doing what they want to do in this case. No, 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 no. ESST. Let me take a look. Yeah, that's seven. Wow. Yeah, that's not too bad of a comeback actually. Even though I got destroyed at the open here. Hmm. La 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 la. Swing it out. La 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 la. This one's interesting here, Luna. This is one of those names where you know, like, eventually it's gonna come back. The question is, are you willing to stay there though? Right? And at some point, it's gonna dip again because that's what it does. Hmm. Yeah. ZEO's back above $3. Yeah, for a second. And then ALZN is still playing games here with us. Yeah, ALZN is playing a lot of games there. One second. Do, 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 do. Exactly, AK. 417 MCK. I'll take a look in a second. I haven't really looked at that one today, just because I know that it's a known scammer. Yeah, Bull came back down because that's what Bull does, right? So until this thing breaks above $13, yeah, it's not ready for anything else. ASST is back above $8 though, so that's good. That is good. And then ALZN, that thing needs to cross above the kernel, like yesterday. Like yesterday. Doo, 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 doo. Yep. Come on, let us bounce already here. I wonder if we're just slow today though, because the markets are really selling off. You know, everybody's paying attention to their long-term plays. Everybody's like, what's happening here? What's happening? What is happening? It's coming back. WETO. Yeah, HBIO doesn't look horrible still. ESST just had a nice spike. Oof. There you go, Luna. So now you can start to consider it, right? That's a nice spike, actually. That's a very nice spike. Not sure what the hell happened there, but if you bought the dipskis on this thing, you're smiling. Smiling. 840. And then ALZN is still sitting at 660 here. Let's see. Come on. Palantir? Okay. AOE. Yeah, don't forget to smash a like, guys, if you haven't already. Smash a like, hit that subscribe if you're new. And again, if you're not a member yet, come join us in Discord. Alrighty? Click the link at the bottom of the chat there. Become a legend member. Come join us. Come join us. HBIO is back above 60 cents again here. So pushing for that previous high. So 62 pennies. Nice pop. Very, very, very nice pop. So congratulations if you are playing with that one. NVIDIA is also back above 140, so maybe we've finally turned a corner or something like that. Hopefully. Would be nice. Can't believe we gap up 2% and then erase all of it. Craziness. Craziness is what that is. Craziness. ALZN is like, you know what, guys? I'm gonna come back for another retest of the 200 here because why not? See you on Monday, chatter. Today is one of those days, isn't it? Yeah. Today is one of those days where it's like you get your scalpies and you run. NVIDIA is holding that demand zone double bottom nicely there, though. So hopefully we can start moving here. Hopefully we can start moving. Oh, you have a wedding to go to and just not feeling it today? That's okay, Cheddar. Some days are not meant to, you don't have to trade every single day, right? Days like today, honestly, where everything's a bit fishy. Pre-market was nice, right? So some of you guys made your monies already in pre-market, and the market is still looking for its footing after the open here. So again, there are scalpies, right? But nothing that's obvious. Nothing that's a clear standout. Yeah, Michael. Yeah, for Clove. Yeah, that's definitely one of those names I'm not gonna look at. Definitely one of those names I won't be looking at. So yeah, previous high was 62 cents here for HBIO. See if it breaks above 62. Sell side liquidity. Damn, ESSC just hit 845 and then backed up below $8 again. That thing moves like a crackhead. Like a crackhead. No, so we thought it was today, but I think they canceled the deal. I think they've canceled it. Yeah, I think they've canceled it. Oh, unless you saw something else. Did you see something? Because when I looked at those SEC filings, it was missing the official document. But Again, anyways, ALZN guys is still looking like there's a chance here, because it's still closing above the 200s, right? VVPR, yeah. So still a chance there. There we go, ALZN. If you're still in is that what it says? Sets yeah, that's your time zone, right? That's what it's saying. Okay, well, we will be here, ready, 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 ready. Yeah, let me know what you see. Um, yeah, it's one of those things that like it's been delayed so many times, so many times. If you're still in ALZN, guys, type yes in the chat. Type yes in the chat if you're still in ALZN, right? So, like we said, we will keep paying attention to this thing as long as we stay above that 200 EMA, right? As long as we stay above the stupid 200 EMA. Why it's not pumping yet is because the shorts, but we wanted that 200 EMA and we have it. So now let's cook from the 200, please. There we go, 670. Now let us cook. That's not what we call cooking. It popped and then came right back down. Ridiculous. We need to cook Benjamin is what we need to do, Jaden. We need to cook Benjamin. All his faults, we need to cook him. That's why. So that 200 EMA in the demand zone and the double bottom, that's all I'm paying attention to. If we break below that, then obviously done, 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 right? Done. But if we stay above that, we have a chance. So we're trying to curl, but it's having such a hard time. But here we go, though, 670 again. Can we actually cook this time? There we go, guys. 680. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Trying. Cook Benjamin, please. 682. Again, this thing keeps going back and forth. That honestly, at any point, if you feel like you want to take your gains and it's 10 cents, it's 20 cents, you're like, you know what? Thank you very much. I'm out of here. That's fine. Right? Yeah. That is completely okay. Because the shorts are clearly in this one. The shorts are clearly in this one. Yeah. Lots of games. Lots of games being played here. But now that we finally closed above the chrono there, though, let's see if we can stay above. See if we can stay above. HBIO, though, is looking very nice. So if you're in this one, congrats. Just a matter of time. This news is not enough to keep the stock up. Exactly, Yogi. Exactly. The shorts will eventually win. The question now is, can we win today, though? Yep, exactly. So especially when we're consolidating up the 200, right? You just never know, right? So our job is to pick a better entry and manage that. We cannot predict how high it goes. So we focus on what we can control and then leave the rest up to the others. The others. There goes HBIO here, guys. 64, 65 cents. There it goes. 66 incoming. So this one's been doing well today. Nice curlies there. Very nice curlies. So yeah, for now it looks like we're just going back and forth here with ALZN. Back and forth, back and forth. Market system, that's what it's saying. Scheduled for 10:35 E. Okay. Oh, okay, has been postponed to be determined. Yeah. Yep. Thanks. Thank you. Yeah. So I guess at this point it's more of a wait and see, right? For the brand new IPO. 30-cent profit, not bad at all, Yogi. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. You guys know what happens when usually Yogi gets stopped out? Ooh wee. Yogi? When Yogi gets stopped out, guys. Ooh wee. Ah. BAIF. Let me take a look. I think BIAF. You're in 39 cents. It's not bad. Not bad. Green at least. Let's go. HBIO was like, you know what, guys? Don't worry about me. Don't you worry about me. Don't you worry, baby. Uh, okay. Yeah, it looks like ALZN is still just playing with the 660. You might be really delayed, Kim. Like really, really delayed. HBIO though, just cooking. There goes 71 cents, guys. Beautiful. Beautiful. 72. This thing's like, don't worry, guys. There's no competition in the market right now. I'm just gonna cook. The chart has actually looked quite nice today for this one with the breakouts and the dips. 73 cents. 73 cents. That's funny. Hello. Right, ALZN again, still holding that 200, still holding the demand zone. So we're not completely done with it yet. But my goodness, is it playing a lot of games with us? Yeah. My goodness, is it playing games with us? Up and down, right? Can be, they can all be in amazing stocks like HBIO. Can you look at the weekly on NAOV? You're in at 125 and might just sell if you don't see a reason to hold, Gandhi? Okay, sure. Good question. Good question. Let's take a look. NAOV. Dan, are you still scalping NQ or you're done with it? Um, I'm not sure why you're looking at the weekly though to determine $2, right? These guys just did a split. So and obviously $2 is a possibility with the right catalyst, the right movement, and it could get there. So I'm not sure why you're using the weekly to get that though, right? Like $2 really is possible, right? That's your next major resistance. So you have $1.55 and then you have $2 basically, right? So it's possible as long as you stay above $1, unless you just want to say your stop loss higher. If this thing breaks below $1, I don't think I'd like it because it's headed for the for potentially the 70 cents, 66 all time low again. But yeah, so that's the daily, right? It looks like it's consolidated and it's finally trying to curl, right? So, but you have to make that decision though. Like if you're okay with, just getting on even or putting a stop loss below 120, um, then that's fine. If it's a small enough position, you should be okay as long as it stays above $1. Alrighty, should be a okay. Come on now. Are we just gonna chill here all day today, guys, for ALZN? Just gonna sit here. Looks like it. Yeah. uh, to anticipate moves like no, the daily is more than good enough for that. To anticipate those moves. You can always go back and refer to the weekly though. Sometimes, like if it's a stock with a lot of history, the weekly can be good. I like using the weekly and the monthly more so for the larger caps, right? Because you have a whole bunch of data you can go back and look at. Sometimes with these momentum stocks and splits, like it doesn't really make any sense, you know. The new SGN. Yeah, we played with SGN yesterday. HBIO is still looking like the best name in the market. Little red candles and right back up. For SPY to avoid scams, exactly. Yeah. So like looking at the weekly for names like that, very cool, very important. Other than that, though, on a momentum stock, not exactly the best. Um, yeah, I'll take a look at SGN in a second here. Do 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 do. Okay, SGN. You're not in a position, you said, Kel. Okay. Well, not sure how I feel about getting in now, though. Alrighty. Yeah, I would honestly, if this was me, I'd leave this thing alone until it broke above $2 and sat there, or you got a dip to retest to retest the uptrend that it's created here or something. Alrighty, I definitely would be waiting for a bit of a sell off rather than getting in here, or just wait for a breakout. Yeah, it's coming back to retest that last breakout, so closer to 62 ish. HKD is running. Okay. Alrighty. Yeah, you're sitting right below supplies on there, Kel. So HKD live double. Thank you. Obviously no catalyst on this one either. But nice little pop. Uh, Li Lee. Call you Lee. Welcome back to Legends. I think you're just renewing your membership. So welcome back. Yeah, ALZN is just playing too many games here. Yeah, at this point you want to make sure you have a good stop loss, please. Like a really tight stop loss, because if that thing breaks below the 200 there, there's no telling what it could do, right? So when it's nice when a stock like hits your base and then bounces, consolidates a little bit and bounces. The issue with sitting here for too long is sometimes people panic, right? And then as soon as we break down, everybody panics. So if you don't have a stop loss, that thing could be like 50 cents lower before you finally sell it. So as much as we like that it's consolidating above the 200 here, it also needs to stay above the damn thing, right? Unless they scam it below and scam it back up. It's having higher lows and higher lows. Yeah, all of these stocks look like I want to call them garbage, but they're obviously not garbage. Um, yeah. So watch 280 there next. So 280, and then your next support is 260, 260-ish, 265. Alrighty. So if 280 holds, cool. Right? Then look for $3. If that doesn't hold, then you're looking for 265-ish. And HKD is looking nice. Looking nice. Yeah, seriously, AK. Yep. Yep. And now it's gonna run at the end of the day without us, because that's yeah. Yep, exactly, right. That's what I mean, right? So like when it's sitting here for so long, you have to understand that retail like to panic, right? So sometimes, again, you want to be very, very careful. Like we don't mind the double bottoms, we don't mind the but when you're constantly testing the bottom of the range, not always a good thing. Because at some point someone panics and then other people panic and then more people panic, right? So the annoying thing is that it's technically still in the demand zone and it's still going back and forth, right? Because look at it now. Anyways, HKD is cooking there. Live double, did you FOMO into this one or no? Small loss, George? Yeah. Not bad at all, right? Not bad at all. It's one of those things where like we try plays off the 200 EMAs. Sometimes they work amazingly well, right? Like that thing could have easily just bounced on that second test of the 200 EMA and just cooked, never looked back, right? So sometimes it really depends on factors that are out of your control, and that's okay, right? That is completely okay. HKD on the other hand, though, yeah, SPED is back to the highs of the day now. No, there's no news on HKD, just momentum. Just momentums. And then SPED below 45 there. Looking good though. Do, 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 do. NVIDIA CEO just filed a trading plan to sell up to 6 million shares of NVIDIA stock. Yeah, crazy. No wonder the damn stock is selling off. uh, and that HKD is at $3 now. Do, 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 do. How many shares does he own in total, Luna? 6 million shares is a lot of shares. Right? That's almost $1 billion. Again, he probably still. HKD. Yeah, so AMTD is the sympathy play, right? So yeah. So if this one keeps cooking, which at this point he has a ton. Yeah, but how much though? Because how the hell did he get 93 million shares? My goodness. Yeah. Yeah, no, just 93 million shares is a lot of shares. It's a lot of shares. A lot of shares. Looks like ZEO is still holding that 280 for now. ALCN again, like the damn thing is just going back and forth here, right? For a stock that was cooking early in pre-market, it just became a bit of a trash stock, right? This is why we keep saying though, like just because Dan, but no, I don't want to see breakfast. I don't want to see a photo. Um, just because something looks good in pre-market doesn't mean it's going to look good after the open, right? So this is always the reminder, right? This is why we wait a few minutes at the open sometimes, because if we're not breaking out, usually it becomes a problem, right? Unless we gamble up the 200 EMA, which we did, and it's not quite working out. Unless you sold, right? Again, Yogi sold that position, right? Sometimes, again, when you're up to 20 cents, 10 cents, 30 cents, and it's not working, just close the damn thing, right? So the initial bounces of the 200 were nice, right? It bounced a little bit and then a double top and then came back down. So, and now it's back to playing games at the bottom here. No, I don't want to see a picture of Dan's breakfast. Na 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 na. Okay. Ivy, did you set them up like mine are? That makes sure you're on the same time frame, right? Um, yeah. If you watch the video, or if you watch some of the educational videos for the algo, you might be able to play around with it. Hmm. Yeah, no, SPED looks really nice. Looks very, very nice. 47.50, brand new highs of the day there. You did? Okay. So if it doesn't look the same, take a screenshot of it and take a screenshot of mine and take a screenshot of yours and send it to Rob or yeah, send it to Rob and ask. Uh, if tariffs are avoided by a deal, or otherwise we could return to a situation where rates can come down. Mm, of course. Of course. Yeah. Do 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 do. $49 almost there. ALZN is gonna mess around and pop, isn't it? Again, it's technically still holding the same stupid bottom here. AK is gonna be pissed. Games on games. Do, do. Rob, swim back to the ship. There's a chance. I know. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Ridiculous price action today on most of these names. Yeah. Are you still in this one, DP? Oh yeah, this is the one you sold. You never did you get back in today or you just stayed out of it? Mm, 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 mm. Hmm. Interesting. HKD on the other hand though just popped again, guys. So again, as HKD pops, the sympathy plays AMTD, right? So there it goes, brand new highs. So again, sympathy play for this one. If it keeps pumping like this, is going to be AMTD. I'm sure there are quite a few other names to look at, but AMTD is the next best thing. Let me pull up AMTD really quickly, and then AMTD is I mean it's up 11, like it's at $1.11 for now. Not really moving much, right? But something to keep an eye on. Alrighty, if HKD keeps cooking there, mm, yeah. Wait, how am I still muted? Was I muted the whole time? Dang. Okay, should be good now. I was busy talking to myself, talking to myself. It was great. I was trashing Dan's feet, everything else, and hmm. It was great. Here we go again, 3:30. The Fed just said if tariffs are avoided, yeah, Dan posted this already. Uh, yeah. Said connected. No one said anything about muted. Bailey? No, that my fault. Actually, Dan's fault. Let me go FOMO. Virus? Yeah. FOMO. Here it comes. So yeah, that supply zone at the top there at $3.30 for HKD. Way too strong for now. OLB again is at 193. So super slow, but slowly creeping up. Slowly creeping up. Bailey, you're good. You are okay. Completely missed this move. Yeah, I mean it wasn't really doing like it had a few pops in pre-market, but by the time the market opened, it was back to the bottom already, right? It wasn't really doing anything impressive. The impressive thing here though is the breakout, right? So this is why we always say like it's really important to pay attention to the breakout because look at this, right? Pre-market high, right? Another pre-market high, same level of resistance, right? But then at some point we actually finally broke and actually closed above like right there in this area. Then the move happened, right? So now you're just retesting the 20 and the chrono here. So watch for a bit of support right above 295. A little bit of support there. It's clear for anyone that was watching. Yeah, exactly. Sometimes honestly you just need to put like if you notice that resistance in pre-market, just set alerts so you don't have to necessarily like you don't have to pay attention to it. It just goes off if it ever breaks above, easier for you to manage that way. Easier for you to manage. HBIO is still just consolidating after retesting here. Retesting. I wish OLB had a bit more volume here because it really doesn't. It's 200,000 shares, right? That's the reason why it's moving like that. HKD is trying to get back up there. Trying to get back up there. Mhm. 318, 320. So 10 cents again from that resistance. 10 cents from resistance. AMTD really just hasn't caught on yet, right? So as a sympathy play, I also think though that's because we're only really up 62%. That's nothing crazy. Hmm. Ha 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 ha. Looks like HBIO is curling here nicely though. How the hell is RGC all the way up there again, guys? Like $693. Like, how is that possible? Like, look at this. Look at this RGC. Look at these. Almost $700 for a stock, and they're gonna have to do a split at some point, huh? Look at that. I mean, the float is super low, right? So 800,000 shares, but look at the volume for the day. 15,000 shares, and the stock is up, $173. Someone is clearly behind this. Someone is clearly behind this. That's crazy. Look at the 52-week range. Yep, from $3 to $720 at the highs. Yeah, it's the aliens. I think so too. I mean, we were joking around and saying, like buy one share of it, right? So one share of this can buy you dinner and lunch and breakfast. Stock just makes you mad. Yep, sometimes they do. Sometimes they do. That's crazy. Do 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 do. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Do 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 do. Can take a cheap cruise with that. Exactly, right? Like one share of that thing is cooking for you. HBIO is coming back again. Because that's a stock you played with at $1. Forget about the dollar though, because the reason why it's up there, you see how the 52-week low is $3 is because they did a split. So that made the float really low, right? So forget about the dollar because you would have never been in at a dollar. Your average would have probably changed to like $10 or something. But still, right? You'd be green now, right? Uh, mm, 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 mm. Can get la 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 la. Yeah, yeah. After the split, yeah, stuff like that does you dream of being in it, don't you? Right? You're like, please, can I be in this? Pretty please, can I join you? Interesting. Very interesting. Mm, mm, mm. Uh, uh, okay, there we go. Blue Wing. Yep. Looks like ZEO slowly coming back, right? So that 280 has been holding nicely up the 200, and it's back to again nothing crazy, but back to $3 here. And then HKD can't seem to get back to testing that previous resistance. Can't seem to do it yet. HBIO, yeah, watch for 72 to 73 here. If it can break, then okay, that just opened up more room to the upside. If it can break out. If 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 AMTD is moving up like 1 penny at a time. One tiny penny at a time. 1 second. Okay. I'm back. Oh, damn, look at that, guys. What the hell happened there? I think just exploded above resistance. Damn. Hmm. I think so. Thanks, guys. There was an SEC filing. Oh yeah, that came out 3 hours ago though. That's not new. Yeah, that came out a long time ago. So that to me just seemed like a bit of a scam there, right? It's a pop, and then look at where it's at now, back to the same spot. HBIO on the other hand though has been a gem, a beautiful gem. What does SEC filing mean? It just means that there's a filing. There's just a it's the SEC is like the governing body of like the markets, right? So there's just a filing, right? So there's a better way to say that, but hopefully that makes a little bit of sense. Um, but yeah, so just a filing, right? Just a report, almost like like the principal, right? Like you're going to school, there's a principal, and they have questions for you, and you report, right? So or you just have a report for them. Is it good news? I don't know, but again, that was 3 hours ago, so probably was good news 3 hours ago, right? 3 hours ago. Hmm. For some reason, NAOV has been stuck at that same price. Impressive. Very impressive. Very impressive. Mm, 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 mm. Okay. Yeah, looks like ZEO's still holding the 9 here though, which is good. Which is good. So maybe that little scam wick to the upside was just a sign of what was to come. And AAVO, yeah. As soon as we said it's not doing anything, it had a nice little pop there. Okay, nothing too crazy, right? But the good thing is that you're closer to the bottom than you are to support, especially when you zoom out on a bigger time frame. RGC again, I don't know who is playing with this at this point. We just wanted to look, but the damn thing is back above 700. HBIO though, definitely the gem today. The gem, yeah. 76 cents. Yep, Devin. The chat is quiet today. Yeah, I think you can tell by the way that the market's performing today though, that like nothing amazing is happening, right? Again, there are opportunities, but nothing too crazy happening. So everybody's some people made their money in pre-market as well, right? Some people made their monies in pre-market early in the morning, so this stock is gonna tap 1,000, isn't it? $1,000. Hmm. Mhm. $1,000. I don't get what it's doing, honestly, Dan. I really don't get what it's doing today. I don't know if it's gonna end up going up, end up going down. That's why, like, I was really surprised last night because the rally wasn't a good rally. As much as we want to see rallies, that rally last night was not good at all. To me, there wasn't a reason for that to be running like that. I get that, okay, maybe we get rid of tariffs, but it seemed like more of a market maker game than the market needing, actually rallying for good reason. Exactly, Archer. Like there was no reason for that. So I guess we have reasons to erase the rally then. Are you cooked? The damn thing is at the same price. How are you cooked, Gandhi? How are you cooked if it's at the same price? Well, guess what? RGC is at 720, guys. Ah, 720. Mm, yeah, ZEO. Hmm. Yeah. Mm. Looks like we're left with HKD, HBIO, and then ZEO. Those are the three names left here. I mean, again, RGC we have it up here, but don't really think this is you know, this is more for to look and admire and wish you could be a part of it, right? $722. Sheesh. Maybe it's a good thing to own one share of all of these China stocks, one share of this, one share of that, one share of this, because it costs you $3, it costs you $5, it costs you $1, and then boom skis, right? Crazy. Doche, what happened? What happened? HBIO, yeah, beautiful. Beautiful stock. This has been one of the better ones today. One of the better stocks today. Type yes in the chat if you're still holding a HBIO. Here comes 80 cents. The 80 cents. Do, 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 do. Yes. I like it. Sandra, monies? Good. Good. So there goes brand new highs for 83 cents there. 187%. Very nice, huh? Isn't that crazy, Doche? Shush. My goodness. Let me zoom out really quickly on HBIO here. Because it looks like we're approaching a bit of a downtrend, but that level also aligns. So you're looking for 85, 86 there. 85, 86, Devin. Even though the supply zones are a little bit higher. Thinking of getting back in this one. TOPW, Sora? Yeah. China. Yeah. I mean, so the last stock to do this was what was it, DDL? Ding Dong? Or was it Nuts? No, I think it was Nuts. Ding Dong and Nuts. Look at this one. Same thing happened with this one, right? We were watching this one at like below $5. Look at the daily chart on this thing. I mean, again, so now it's looking at the split, but ignore the split, right? So like we were watching this thing all the way down there, right? Another China name. They did a split and the stock was sitting at $4 and then it creeped up and then it dipped and then it creeped up and then it dipped and then it creeped and it dipped and it just kept going, right? For what reason? There's no reason at all. Now all of a sudden the stock is $167. What reason? No reason, right? So they seem to be doing some things there in China. I don't know what they're doing, but they're doing something. From $4 to $68. Crazy. Guess what RGC is doing, guys? RGC. HBIO popped to 84 and then backed off for now. So probably coming back to retest the last breakout. So 74. Watch that level there. You're about to short it? Yeah. Just be careful, please. Right? It made sense to short this thing at $100. It made sense to short it at $300. It made sense to short it at $500. It makes sense to short it at $700. But maybe it's also going to make sense to short at $1,000, right? When this thing crashes, though, I bet you it's going to be glorious. The question is from where? Don't just like, who's with me? Who's going to join me to short the stock? Crickets, 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 crickets. uh, yeah. May the odds be in your favor. Yep. I mean, if again, you're right. Like if it's a, if it's $700, why can't it go to 1,000? Why can't it go to 1,000? Right? So crazy. What is HKD doing? HKD just failed that resistance and it's backing off. Right? There's no catalyst. There's no news on this thing. So you want to be very careful when it's dipping. Yeah. You want to be careful when it's dipping. Can you imagine if DP was in this one? Oof, DP. Can you imagine? Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. DP would be buying an island. An island. Is there a ticker symbol for this? Yesterday. Okay. Mm-mm-mm. 3 weeks ago. No, 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 no. Okay. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. La, 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 la. Hmm. Reverse split. Okay. NVVE. Wasn't this the other one that NVVE? RGC is a crackhead of a stock. 15,000% this year. Yep. What do you mean? Did you short the damn thing, Doje, or what happened? Yeah, playing with fire. Playing with fire. NVVE. I know someone mentioned this one yesterday. Yeah, a bit of a creeper there. NVVE. Oh, for the day? Oh, okay, okay, okay. Oh, $13? Okay. Sounds good, 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 good. Yeah. Good, 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 good. Uh, mm. Okay. Especially KB, especially the next time BTC breaks out. The next time BTC breaks out, that's when the next big move will come. Dave, is TNFA next? Are you in that? Are you in that stock? Are you in it? NVDA is still looking good here. It looks like it needs to break above $1.22 though, but looking good. Looking good, looking good. Hmm. 123. NVVE is like, you know what, guys? It's my turn. My turn now. The only annoying thing with these stocks is, the fact that they have no catalysts. It's, you almost just have to scalp them quickly and move on. No movement? Okay, yeah. Yeah, not really something that I've looked at. Not something I've looked at. Yeah, today's a bit of a slow day. Very, very, very slow today. Do you remember this one, Shima? One of your favorite stocks. Ooh, this isn't that, is it? Huh, interesting. Honestly, Dan, that thing is on crack. I just looked again, even though I said I wasn't going to look. What the hell is that? Yeah. No, yeah, DXF. Yeah. Yeah, maybe something to watch as RGC cooks. Right? This is another one of those China stocks. Right? And it's sitting in a demand zone here. So this is more of a, you just never know when these things actually end up running though. So more of a swing play, but more of a swing play. I don't get what the markets are doing today. I don't get it. It's like, oh, we're looking good. Oh, no, we're not looking good anymore. Oh, we're looking good. If you have like yeah, like TSLL. Yeah, I played with TSLL a few times. The Nvidia one, no, not so much. No, not so much. Wait, what the hell was that? Okay. Yeah, you're playing that today. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, Shima plays with that a lot. Quite a few people in Discord play with TSLL and NVDY. I know Jeff plays with NVDY. So, yep. It's an easier way to play with NVIDIA and Tesla, right? And then there's the AMD one. So there's a whole bunch of stuff. NVVE is pushing for brand new highs of the day, guys. Yeah, Luna does. Kimbella, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what it's gonna do today, Dan. It's just garbage. Garbage. Mm, 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 mm. Is why does NVVE look like it's halted even though it's not? Super slow. Super slow. Yeah, the spread on DXF is a little bit crazy. A little bit on the crazy side. Like ZEO doesn't look bad. It's just the way that it moves, kind of annoying. Anyways, NVVE, new highs of the day. Did anybody FOMO into this one, NVVE? Because the NVVE is like, hey guys, I'm cooking now. I'm cooking now. So, not bad, huh? Again, get your monies and run. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Get your monies and run. 20 to 50, in and out. Honestly, Archer, that's the way to go. Good morning, Gail. Hey, yo. I'm still celebrating winning Ali Cup. Pablo, enjoy it now, because next year, I say next year, next season, Pablo, you're gonna be in eighth place or something. Dan is gonna join. Shima is gonna join. Um, Luna is gonna join. Everybody's gonna join the league, and you're gonna be in last place. It looks like HBIO is curling again off the retest now. Off the retest. 72 back to 80 cents. Ooh, DXF is trying, guys. DXF is trying a little bit here. Right, so since we mentioned it, it's trying a little bit. Trying. There's a nice fat supply zone up there, though. And the spread, again, is still a bit on the ridiculous side, but yeah. Ooh, that's not too bad, huh? Not bad at all. Not bad at all. There you go, 719. Yup. We kind of said it like we were joking, but that thing is interesting. We just talked about this at 670, and then it pops to 720. The only issue here, though, is you have resistance, right? Like your resistance is right there at 730, so it needs to break out. Oh, dang, look at that. Look at that drop. Straight to resistance and straight back down. China, 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 China. When are we, Gail? Maybe tomorrow. uh, HBIO, yeah, it's going back for the top of the range again. Going back to retest the top of the range. Hmm. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. There goes new highs of the day here for HBIO. There goes brand new highs. 85 cents. So here's that 85, 86 cents we talked about by looking at the daily chart. So INTS. Come on, DXF. We need boom skis here. We need boom skis for Doge. Boom skis for Doge. DXF. Doge is bored. We need boom skis. Four. The hell is that? Boom skis for Doge. Yeah. Mohammed, same. Right. There goes 86. So that 86, it actually went all the way to 88 on that candle, right? But the candle not closing above just means there's resistance there. Yeah, but HBIO has been a really nice stock today. So congratulations if you played with this one. Congratulations. Mm. Now, what else do we like there? Elon left Doge officially. Okay. Maybe he can get back to work with his companies. He said something though that he would go back in every so often, right? So who knows? Who knows? Okay. NAOV. Yeah, as long as it stays above the bottom of the range. As long as it stays above. Yeah, the average volume for HBIO is usually less than a million, right? 975,000 shares is the average, and today we're probably going to be pushing for 400 million. So 400 million, craziness. DXF, like, can you just go for a stock that has a really low float though? Like the float for this thing is like 200,000 shares. It's not a big float. It doesn't move much though. But when it does move, it moves. Uh, uh, okay. MODD. Who do I have one-on-ones with today? Who do I have one-on-ones with? Okay, perfect. So it looks like that 86.85. Yep, resistance from the daily on HBIO. So surprise, surprise. No, not really, right? Maybe it's gonna give us a cup and handle and then curl back up there though. So that's fine. Nothing wrong with that. And then this one failed that resistance to NVVE. Everything is just pumping and dumping. And MODV is the next one that's popping here, right? But look at the damn candles. Like, it's a nice breakout. That's not too bad, but still. And now obviously we're sitting in a supply zone. Mid-June. Okay, sounds good, Shima. Yeah, we'll probably do, like, if your thing is mid-June, we'll probably do one before mid-June, like the beginning of the month or something like that. So usually when someone cancels or like they're busy, right? Then I just switch it with someone else that is all the way. So a mismatch with a huge gap. Depends on the stock you're looking at, Doche. Remember though, so TradingView isn't necessarily like your broker. If it's not connected, it's really not your broker with the bid and the ask. So sometimes the bid and the ask can be weird, right? So you're better off trusting like your actual broker, RGC. Yeah, that's because it's RGC though. RGC is gonna have a. I'm gonna set an alert here. All right, RGC is gonna have a weird spread. Yeah. Look, 755. Damn. 755 for RGC. Shish. Looks like it's headed for 1,000, huh? Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. ZEO? Where the hell did you come up with that? A 750 with a spread of it's a 790. Probably similar to TradingView. TradingView has to be getting the data from somewhere, and one of these brokers probably getting the data from the same place. Yeah. Yep. I don't know. Don't know. Good morning, Corn. Yeah, this has definitely been the best stock today so far. HBIO. Definitely. Definitely the best stock today. RGC has? No, RGC is definitely not the best stock. We could barely play that thing. What do you want to buy? One share, two shares for $750? With 28,000 shares traded today. The volume only at yeah, Aiden, it's a bit of a yeah, bit of a mess there. Yeah, HKD really failed from that resistance all the way back down to the 200 here now. All the way back down. So many random stupid names just pumping and dumping here. Don't even want to look at them. Don't even want to look. There goes HBIO. Longer term hold for you? What is HKD? Hmm. Nathan, where are you seeing that at? There goes 90 cents. Right? Yeah, this one's definitely been the best stock today. The best. The best. Sandra, did you sell your position or are you still in here? Did you sell? You're still in there? Well done. Congratulations. Well done. $93. Finish Dallas. Oh yeah. There you go. SPY garbage. Garbage. You made $1,000 on SPY? Oof. Did you have some SPY puts or what did you have? Anything puts, imagine buying some puts at the open. Oof, beautiful. Imagine buying zero DTE puts at the open. No matter the court decision, you think so? Yeah, I think that was a bit silly. That was very, very silly. Very, very silly what they did there. I don't know how that can even happen or why the markets ran because of that, but that was stupid. I'm crazy. I'm crazy. No, I don't think you're crazy. I mean, it's $770 now. So, yep, $770. Yeah, they definitely slapped SPY today. NVIDIA earnings. I only put a small position for puts, and it paid. Yeah. Yep. 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 Yeah, HBIO has been a really nice stock today. Very, very nice. Very, very nice, Sandra. Are you feeling more comfortable, Sandra, after the one-on-one? Are you feeling better? I mean, you're obviously cooking this stock, so you're doing better, right? Which is good. Cooking. Na, 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 na. So Trump could ask Supreme Court to halt tariff block as soon as Friday. We do have one Yeti. We do. So come join us. If you want to join us in Discord, click the link. You have to be a member first on YouTube. So again, if you want to join us in Discord, click the link at the bottom of the chat there from Nightbot. Sign up for the level that says Legend already, and then you get the invite link. Alrighty. So click this link at the bottom of the chat here. We were talking about SPY all of last night. Well, a lot of you guys were. SPY, NVIDIA, all of the above, right? So if you're not a member yet, come join us. Do you have a lifetime? Do we have lifetime memberships, Chester? Yeah, we do. Yeah, there are a whole bunch of people in the chat that are lifetime members. Is that something you're interested in? Send me a DM in Discord if you are. Send me a DM in Discord, Chester. Or send me an email if you're not in Discord. Hotrits X. Z? Absolutely. Yeah, I think we still need to get you a time, right? So, yeah. Yeah. Don't worry. Take your time. We'll eventually get there. Motor oil, yeah. It's a bit of a disaster. I'm not gonna lie. Again, I don't understand how a country works like that. You know, I get that like these other like when you have the Fed, the Fed is there to make sure that to check the government, right? In a sense, right? Everybody's there as an independent body to make sure that everything works and nobody's controlling the whole thing and doing whatever they want. But at the same time, like when you have a president, right? Sometimes the other people need to put the ego aside and say, okay, like what's the agenda here, and like is it actually a good thing? If it is, okay, cool, let's do it, right? We support you in doing your thing because we all live in the same country and we want to make sure we all succeed, right? But like some people are just there to cause chaos. It seems it makes too much sense, doesn't it? Like some people are just there for like their own personal thing, the ego, the chaos, right? Like what the hell are you doing? Anyways, Anyways, YW, I think that IPO has been delayed. So delayed. Do, do, do. There goes HBIO again. Sandra, hopefully you had a stop loss, or hopefully you're taking some gains, right? You're not just sitting there and watching it, right? Please. And that's a pretty nice run. It's been running all day today. Yeah, YW, I think, yeah. Like I said this morning, something was missing in the filing. So I wasn't quite confident that it was coming today, even though, again, a few brokers said that it was. So it looks like they're delaying it, maybe. I don't know. Live W? Uh, yeah. Yeah, Chester, are you, did you send me a DM in Discord? Let me know. Zena, I expect it to be 272, 283, where the support came from, and it can drop. Zena, I'll take a look. You did, Mohammed? Yeah, beautiful. Still see the whole screen? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, so a bit of a retest here. So watch 73 again. So this last breakout we had here, watch that 72 73 for support for HBIO. Alrighty, let me take a look at Zena. No, 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 no. So you're saying you expect it to come back down, Jack, to 72, 272, 2.72, or 260s? I think the reason why it's sitting here is because of lack of volume, right? There's a bit of a demand zone actually, right? Part of the beauty of having the algo, but also that demand zone was created yesterday from this low. So that's kind of where you're getting that last support from, is yesterday's low, kind of, right? But your more reliable level of support will be closer to that 270 you mentioned. That's on a small time frame though, right? So I'm not quite sure what the daily looks like, because when you zoom out, you can see that it's had a really good run already, right? That thing was at $2 and then it ran to $3 and then double topped and stalled at $3. Right, so you have a bit of resistance there. If that thing can break $3, then okay, cool. Send it to $354. Right, for now though, again, $3 resistance. If you need the breakout there, or you need that dip ski. As much as you have support on a smaller time frame at 280, 270, if that thing really wants to dip, then you're looking for the 260s, 250 you mentioned. So it just doesn't have the volume. Is what you're missing. You can buy Xenoc. Xenoc. Is that a crypto? Oh, it's an OTC. Zion Oil and Gas OTC. Then you're probably looking like E Trade or something. E Trade, because I don't think Robinhood lets you buy OTC stocks. Um, yeah, probably like E Trades. I don't know which other brokers allow you to play with OTC, but whoever that is. You're welcome, Jack. Uh, You're welcome, Live W. So it looks like we're holding that last demand zone here for HBIO for now. Let's give it 15 more minutes, guys. 15 more minutes, and then hop off and go hang out in Discord. Alrighty. Let's give it a few more minutes here, and then we will continue in the Discords. Anybody holding anything else? Are you guys holding anything else that we? I guess the question is, what's your current favorite stock as we go into the second half of the day? Again, we've mentioned OLB so many times on stream here, right? Super super slow, but it's still creeping up, right? Super 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 slow, but doo-doo. Mm-mm. Super super slow. Varu, do you have a question, or you're just like, are you wanting me to look at that coin, or what are you asking for? Mm-mm, mm-mm. Hmm. Okay. Clint, 80 cents. In at 80 cents, Clint. I definitely know you didn't. You didn't follow the plan on this one. If you're buying at 80 cents, it's more of just more of a sell-off buy, right? Which is fine. Hopefully, it goes back up here though. Hopefully. Yeah. More like a gamble of the demand zone again, which is fine, right? So hopefully it works out though. Yeah, 74, 73. Okay. Okay, sounds good. Hopefully it pops here for you. Looks like it. Yeah, there it goes. Come on, 80 cents. Go, 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 go. RGC is at $783, guys. Oh, what the hell? What the hell? You can only imagine, like, can you imagine, like, buying this thing at $3, going on vacation, going on vacation. Anybody ever dream of stuff like that? Like, buy a stock, go on vacation, but then the island gets shut down. You can't leave for a month. You come back after a month, and your stock is at $800. Shiva. Yep. Uh, but opposite opposite happened. Yep, exactly. Some of those mornings, where you weren't having a good day, and you're like, damn it, like, why didn't I just sleep in today? Like, or why did I wake up? There've been times, so like, I've been in a stock and I'm swinging the stock, right? The last time that happened was, I can't remember the name of the stock, right? I was swinging a stock from like, three, four, $5, right? So I'm swinging the damn thing, and I know that it's gonna pop at some point. So I'm swinging for like a week, and I'm holding, right? And then I wake up one morning, and usually when I wake up, like I'm running around between like creating the stream, and like going to the kitchen to get some tea or going to the bathroom, right? But then the one morning though, for some reason I was watching, I had the stock up and I was watching it, and they dropped news, right? And the stock popped from like $4 or $5 to like $7. And then I was like, damn it, okay, I'm gonna sell it, right? And then I sold the stock, right? You wanna know where the damn thing went to? The damn thing started cooking 11, 12, $13. I'm like, damn it. If this was any other morning, I could have been in the bathroom. And by the time I came back, the damn thing was at $20. I could have been getting some tea. I could have been, looking at some other things. But no, the one morning I actually had the stock up and watching it, it popped and then I sold it. Ridiculous. And that's no need to check stocks. Yep. When you saw drug BLK, yeah, I wasn't happy. Kind of annoyed. Do, 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 do. Opportunities and exactly, Creo, exactly. uh oh, your stop loss hit? Yeah. Yeah. Clint? Yep. Yeah, no, that definitely was a gamble on your for you. Right? Which is fine in a demand zone, but sometimes you want to do that only when it's consolidating, right? Not when it's still playing games like this. Yeah. Making monies or the community. Correct answer. Go to the wheel. Let's go, Mark. Let's go. So Mark is asking a question to the chat, right? What's the I don't know what the correct answer is. Mark has the correct answer. So whoever gets to um so the question is, what's the best part of hot trades, right? Watching the streams, making monies, or the community, right? What's the Mark is gonna give me the names. Z says both. It just turned third. Ah, let me pull up the wheel. The wheel of names. It's like a drug. Doche. Community. Oh, the answer is my DM. Let's go, Mark. Okay. I like it. I like it. So I'll let you guys guess. I'll let you guys guess for a few minutes, for a minute or so, and then I'll put the names on the wheel, for the people that pick the right answer. Okay, let's do that. Cool, cool. So make your guesses, guys. Right. So again, Mark is asking, right, what's the best part of the of hot trades, right? So is it the streams? Is it making monies, or is it the community? Right. The correct answer will go onto the wheel, and then we'll give someone a legend membership. Okay, so I'm gonna put some names on the wheel here. No, 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 no. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Mm. The music. uh, okay, let's see. Let me scroll back up here. See if anybody. Mm, 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 mm. Do, 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 do. Okay. Na 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 na. Do 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 do. Okay, perfect. Perfect. I think we should be good to go. Should be good to go. And then I'm gonna spin the wheel and pick a winner. Alrighty. And pick a winner. From last week to today, so mad for selling SBET. I know. Yep. 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 Okay, that's no more entries though. We'll pick a winner. Ready? Ready. Ready, ready. Ooh, what the hell was that? Anyways. Ready, ready. You ready to spin the wheel, guys? You ready? Okay. So these are all the people that pick community, by the way, right? The community is always the best part of of anything for the most part. Elisa says, "Yay, spin the wheel." So if you guessed community, your name is on the wheel, right? And right, Mark says with community, the money will follow. Absolutely, right? With a good community, the monies will come, right? You have the people helping you. No, Dan, don't tell me what to do. Don't tell me what to do. No, I put your name on there, Dan, because if you win, you're gonna pick someone from the chat. Yeah, yeah. Are you ready? If Dan wins, this is rigged, by the way. Rigged. Just so we know. Just so we know. If Dan wins, it's rigged. Okay. Mark, thank you very much for the giveaway. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah. That's okay. Spin the wheel, guys. Spin, 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 spin for 1 month of Legend membership. Is it gonna be Oh, that's so close. That is so close. Spin, spin. Mohammed, you were close too, by the way. Damar, you were close. Right? Close, close, close. So congratulations. Congratulations, congratulations. Yeah, I'm just spinning just because I wanted to see something. Just making sure, Anyways. So Kel, congratulations, by the way. Congrats. Mark, thank you very much. Yeah, so Kel, send me a DM, right? Send me an email, send me a DM. And then again, thank you very much to Mark. And we will already. Yeah. Congratulations. Yeah. Hashtag rigged. Okay. We'll leave the wheel on there for now. Congratulations. Okay. Where's Mark? Is Mark still in the chat? Priced already? Okay. Okay. Congratulations. I bet you Kel is delayed, by the way. Delayed. The ads? Oh, you mean the ads on the left hand side? Yeah, what are these ads, by the way? So, buy more, save more for Macy's. And then you have whatever this is, off year. What is that? Vegas? It says Vegas. Maybe Vegas is calling us, you know? It's like a horror show or something. Hmm. Anyways. In the community and learn momentum options, large cap, small. Let's go, Mark. Let's go. I don't know why the wheel is spinning again. It just wanted to spin and tease you guys and say, "Hey, Dan." Hello. Uh, seriously, Dan. Look at RGC though, $820. I hope you're not short this thing, Doche, right? Because this thing looks like it's destined for $1,000. Isn't that crazy? Goodness, crazy. I'm surprised nothing else is moving as a sympathy play yet, though. I'm sure something will eventually, but my goodness, crazy, crazy. You went long instead? Oh, okay. That's good. That is good, Doche. You went with the trend instead of betting against it. One share short and lost and sold, and I went long. Ah, unless you're marketing those orders, Aiden, and then they get filled. Market orders getting filled. Join the long side, exactly. Doge, yes. The spread is still a bit, scary, but uh, yep. E Trade says RGC is at 760. Mm, that's the wrong. Maybe that's why your orders are not getting filled, right? So if you put a market order, it would have been filled already at the actual like price. So something you have 790. That's what it's showing you. Interesting. Hmm. I don't know why there's so many different prices then. Yeah, E Trade seems to be having issues. Tell them to fix the issues, please. We don't have time for issues. You had to refresh, and now it's back to live, like the actual price. Doge, that's okay. If they can bring your taxes down, then that's fine. Yep. When the census comes around, they're like, how many people live here? You can add. uh, 767. That's weird. I wonder if one of them is just delayed. Webull is showing 767 as well. But level 2 is showing 810. Weird. Yeah, that is weird. because that's the actual price you can buy it at, right? So the you know what's happening? I bet you what's happening is TradingView is updating it based on like the like maybe the actual bid and ask as they're moving up, because that's the price that the trades would execute at. But I bet you your broker is not updating until the actual trade goes through. Um, or it's just really slow to update because there's no volume on it. Like it's 31,000 shares. You know, this is Doge and his village people that are buying the stock. Now it updated to 824. Yeah, I bet you they're just slow to update it. But this is the actual price though that the trades would execute at. So the whole 60 thing, you're up $40. Let's go, Doge. Oh, let's go. Make the monies back. Shish. Yep. The only question now is when 1000. Yeah. I mean this is what we said like a week ago, 2 weeks ago, right? Like the only way to play with this stock is buy one share. Maybe that thing's gonna pay for dinner, you know? It's gonna pay for dinner, it's gonna pay for lunch, it's gonna pay for something. But if it doesn't perform, you're not losing too much, right? We set that at $200, 150, right? 300. Now it's at $800. If it drops, you're gonna lose more than you want to, even on one share. So you want to be careful. You want to be careful. You're up $84. Let's go, Rich. That's the only way to play with this. A couple of months ago, 190. Damn. Damn, damn, damn. Yeah, stuff like that is very frustrating. Very, very frustrating. Hmm. Search. Massive. La, la, la. Hmm. Balance. La, 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 la. Okay, sounds good. You want the giveaway from Mark, right? So again, send me a DM or send me an email and get a free month of Legend membership in Discord. You can do limit and has to be only market, and you don't know exactly how much. Exactly, Doche. Exactly. And then also the spread, plays a role in it, right? There are a few things you have to think about. Yeah, super super slow day today, Doche. Super super slow. Super super slow. Rubbish. I blame the courts and Trump for this rubbish. Everybody is too busy looking at the chaos that's happening. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Too busy looking at the chaos. Yeah. I mean, the fact that we're watching a name that has 30,000, shares traded today tells you how slow it is. We don't want to look at SPY today because that thing's very confusing and there's no direction other than scams. Yeah. The courts suck. Yup. Anyways, Anyways, yeah, there's not enough volume there to Shima to really not enough. It went back up again, Doge. Yeah, thing's stupid. Silly stock. ALZN. Mm. It crashed for a long time though. So below the 200, right? You don't want it below the 200 because that thing went from that price all the way to the bottom there. So that's a pretty nasty dip to be sitting in there and waiting. So now and then it consolidated at a brand new demand zone, I guess, 650 and then popped. So it's coming back from the abyss. What's the best thing about Hakel? uh no yeah, Mark was giving away a membership, a free membership. Anyways, guys, let me know if you have any last questions, and then we will hop off and go continue on Discord, so I can do some one-on-ones instead. Alrighty. Any last questions? The answer is thrust. Let me know if you have any last questions. Again, don't forget to smash a like if you haven't already, please. And thank you. Smash a like, hit that subscribe if you're new to the channel. And again, if you're not a member yet and you want to join us in Discord, click the link at the bottom of the chat there from Nightbots. Become a legend member and come join us. Come join us. IMCC with a nice pop there. The annoying thing is like these are just random pops, Can't really anticipate them. Can't really do much here, and then they pop and then they drop. So you have to be in and out really quickly. Have a great day as well, Raven. See you later. Sock Monkey delayed. Yeah, yeah, Elisa. Thank you. Have a great rest of the day, Jugan. See you later. Alrighty, y'all. Again, be safe. Much love. Thank you very much for hanging and the support. And let's see if we can make some monies in Discord. If not, tomorrow is another day, man. On my computer, not that is because of the education here. Absolutely, Shima. Absolutely, right? Our goal is to educate as much as we do everything else. Our goal is to educate, right? So Chester, did you send me a message in Discord? If you do, I'll check later. If not, yeah, send me an email or something about the lifetime stuff. uh Thank you, Elisa. Shima, see you in Discord. Yeah, Nasdaq and filings. Yeah, yep, it's a good thing. It's a fine balance. You don't want to look for too much, but also Gail, see you in Discord. Chris, see you in Discord. Much love all. Be safe, and catch you guys later. Alrighty. Alrighty. Bye, guys.